a bit late today,
and tomorrow I will be having another presentation also with the second year. Usually I don't have any class on Thursday, but tomorrow I have to have a presentation as well. So, anything to ask? I'll give you 5 to 10 minutes before we go to the tutorial.
Doctor, can you hear me?
Yes.
Lee Kuan here. I just want to ask because like you explained before, when the financial the portfolio lenders they sell the mortgage loans to the secondary mortgage market, which is Chagamas, which means the financial obligation to pay the prepayment has been transferred to the Chagamas.
Prepayment?
The installment.
Installment.
So which means like the obligation to pay the monthly installment has been directly transferred to the Chagamas already.
No. Our contract with the banks remains intact. I will stress that. So that means for us as a debtor, we still have to continue, no matter what happens to the market. That is our duty. Our duty is to pay the balance, the monthly basis, up to 30 to 35 years. It depends on how long we take the mortgage. It's remain intact.
Okay.
The one that we sell is not the collateral that we use. When we create mortgage, we have collateral, right?
Yes.
The collateral is the property itself. If we purchase a house, that means the collateral is the house. So the house is ours. So the one that the secondary market purchase is not the house, but the mortgage implementation based on the value. I mean, after we have paid so many years, so the price of 500,000, for example, after 5 years it will become 470,000. So that 470,000 will only go to the secondary mortgage market, not the 500,000. So no matter what happens in the market, when the economy is going down, whatever it is, so our contract remains intact. Okay, Lingwan?
Okay. So this means the Chagamas only earn their profit with the capital market only, right? Because like the people buying the finance, so there may be the Chagamas earning the commissions or something like that with the institutional investor.
Yes, Chagamas. Okay. Now, when we have a mortgage with a financial institution, so let's say the financial institution or the mortgage lender or the originator of the housing loan or the financial institution, whatever you want to call it, just the same meaning. So let's say if the financial institution or the mortgage lender, the originator, charges about 6% interest. Okay. So when they sell to Chagamas will only charge about 4% or 3%, depends on the Chagamas rate at that time. So which is slightly lower than the banks actually charges. So that means whenever they sell the mortgage, the originator sell the mortgage to the secondary mortgage market at only 4%. So we can see the margin already. Can you see the margin? 2% different. So that 2% margins, when they get more fund, so they will offer us another 6% as the market base rate. So that means they are making another 2%. They make 6% now by selling to secondary mortgage market at 4% rate of interest. Then they can make another 2% by selling that. So that's how they make money.
Okay, understood, doctor.
Okay. Any other question?
Doctor, yesterday you used some example of the institutional investor such as the bank itself, right?
Yes.
How about the Chagamas? Since I found that Chagamas is actually the shareholder owned by many banks. Can I say Chagamas is one of the institutional investor?
No, no. Chagamas is the special purpose vehicle, SPV, not the investor. Okay.
Okay.
Fannie Mae,
Freddie
Freddie
Mac,
Mac, and Freddie Mae, they are all the special purpose vehicle. They are not the investor. Don't misunderstand. They only securitize the loans and then they sell to investors. They are not the investors. Okay. Okay, Brian.
Doctor.
Okay.
Yeah, so you mentioned like in the US they sell any type of loans to the secondary mortgage market. Like I think you mentioned even credit cards. Is there a reason why that doesn't happen in Malaysia? And how about the rest of the world?
Because everything considered loans, that means you have to create an agreement. Whether mortgage or not, there must be an agreement there. Higher purchase also, there must be an agreement. So all those agreements have value. So in the USA, they take all those agreements and then they securitize, not only housing. But in Malaysia, we can do that if you want to, but for the time being, we only purchase mortgage loans either for residential and industrial. So it's up to Chagamas. If they want to have more, because by purchasing residential and industrial should be good enough to create fund, in the market. So let's say when come to one particular stage when we still do not have enough fund, so we may sell other loan as well. Depends on the situation. But right now we have enough fund, so no need to go for other loans. Mortgage should be good enough because our government loan is good enough. All becomes almost 99% good loans. So the more government employee we have, so the more units will be purchased, the more mortgages will be created, then I think we should have enough money. Okay. Any other question?
Doctor, hello. I have a question. Just want to confirm for the conduits in the secondary mortgage market consists of the Freddie Mae, Ginnie Mae, and Fannie Mae. So before you say that Chagamas is a combination of three of those.
That's not the conduits. We do not call that conduits. We call that special purpose vehicle, SPV, or entity.
What is the conduits?
Conduits refer to something like commercial banks or any other financial institutions that do not actually fall under the central bank, but they are still financial institution, and then they are also eligible to be the institutional investors as well. Not conduits.
So basically the banks decide from the lenders
They are also normally also the lenders. For example, credit unions. We do not have credit unions in Malaysia, but we still can consider that as conduit.
Okay.
So SPV is different. SPV is special purpose vehicle. Or sometimes we call it entity in the secondary mortgage market. If you want to call I think do not make ourselves confused. You just call SPV is basically English.
Yeah, so the conduits, there's the function still to standardize the securitization, right?
SPV is special. Not really. Because standardized
securitization should come from the SPV themselves. Like in America, we have 3. By Malaysia, Chagamas. So this is they will actually standardize all the securities, not the conduits.
Because in your note, I saw that rows of conduits and it says standardized whole mortgage to create sufficient volume. And the example you give, Freddie, Fannie, and Ginny.
If we talk in terms of PDS, private debt securities, yes, the conduit can standardize. But if you refer to mortgage-backed securities, not private debt securities, then it has two different functions.
SPB.
Now we are talking about mortgage-backed securities, the private debt securities, the PDS. So mortgage bank can also be the conduits. Commercial bank can also be the conduits. So basically, just like the banks, ordinary banks, commercial bank. The only difference is the function. That's what we call conduits. So if we talk about PDS, but now we are not talking about PDS. We're talking about mortgage securities, mortgage-backed securities. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Sejong. Any other question? Nazhan, any question?
Hi, Doctor. I would like
Hang
to
on,
ask
ask
something.
Nazhan. Nazhan, any question?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, no question.
Okay, no question.
Vasan?
Okay, Vasan, you asked me just now, right?
Yeah. Good afternoon, Doctor. So I'm just wondering, in the case of a recession or any situation where interest rates really drop, is that usually an opportunity in the secondary mortgage market to buy at lower prices, or does the mortgage market crash in that sort of scenario?
When the interest rate drop, so
Or a recession?
basically it seldom happen because the special purpose vehicles usually they have their own interest, which is lower than the actual market rate. So when the interest rate drop, for example, usually it won't drop that much as compared to the rate that they are offering to the primary mortgage market. And if it really happen, that's why we have purchase with recourse and purchase without recourse. So purchase with recourse, usually the originator always try to defend or try to avoid that kind of situation, just in case for during the unpredictable situation. For example, like now, for example, COVID-19. So basically, we don't know. We also cannot predict when it's going to last. For example, anything can happen in the market. So if they sell now, so basically they better choose purchase with recourse, because they can call back the mortgages within a short period of time, rather than to sell on the purchase without recourse. So they have to wait for a very long time. They cannot do anything if the price drop, whatever. But usually the interest rate offered by the SPB is much lower than the actual market rate, like the originator charges. That one it should be based on the market rate. Okay, question?
All right, thank you, Doctor.
Okay. Any other question? If there is no more question, then we should start with our tutorial. So let us see what we have for the tutorial. So okay, this is the tutorial. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, good. So discuss the concept of the secondary mortgage market and illustrate how it influences the operation of the primary mortgage market. So can someone try to answer this? But before you answer this, as usual, I need to give the class the framework first before we go into details of the answer.
Discuss. So
So,
who want to answer?
who want to answer this?
Doctor, can you hear me?
Yes, Legon.
So the framework for this question is I will start with the definition of secondary mortgage market as well as the primary mortgage market. And then the second one I will be talks about a brief interaction between the three sub-market, which is primary, secondary, as well as the capital. And then the last one will be described how the secondary mortgage influence, in what way, and how does it bring the advantages to the primary mortgage markets. This is my framework. Is it correct?
Number one is to define.
Yes.
Number two is to what?
Brief interaction between the three sub-market, primary mortgage market, secondary mortgage market, as well as the capital market.
And number three?
Number three will be describe how it influences the primary mortgage market. Such as number four will be conclusions.
You are missing something. The keyword is there. The keyword is in the question. What should you do?
Concept?
Yes. The concept is there. That is the most important part. If you do not discuss the concept, that means you do not answer.
Okay.
The concept must be there. You can define. After definition, you must come up with the concept.
Okay.
Okay. So that's the framework. So any volunteer who would like to answer the question? You like to start with one, or you want someone else to answer? You can call anyone in the class.
I will start with the definition of secondary
Okay.
market only.
You start with the definition. After that, you shout loudly to whoever you want to continue with your answer. Okay.
So
If you do not shout, I'll tell you later.
Don't tell me. I will shout.
You want me to tell and then go ahead with the answer first?
Okay. So the definition for the secondary mortgage market is a marketplace where the mortgage loans are securitized and traded after origination by a portfolio lender in the primary mortgage market. So this is my definition for the secondary mortgage market. And as for primary mortgage market, is a place where the mortgage loans are originated by the portfolio lender, such as a financial institutions or building society, etc., to the buyer and use property they bought as collateral. So this is my definition for primary mortgage market. Is it correct?
And then capital market, because you want to relate the three market, right?
Yeah. Okay. So capital market is where the capital market. How do I say? Hold on. Capital market. Capital market is where the securities will be sold and the funds will be raised for the purchasing of the pool of mortgage loan in the primary mortgage market. Is it correct for capital market? or need more detail?
Just twist a bit. Not that correct.
Not correct.
Can you retry again? The point is there, but in terms of defining, it's not that correct. Right again.
Okay. Capital markets will act as wholesale institutions to issue the general to raise funds.
Not wholesale institution, wholesale market.
Wholesale markets. Okay, wholesale market. So it exists to ease the flow of funds to the primary mortgage market in a way to purchasing the security issued by secondary mortgage market.
Correct, but you should come up with how the fund is created first by from the institutional investors to purchase through purchasing of securities created in the secondary mortgage market, and then related to the fund flow just now.
Okay.
We must better that way. Okay, that's the definition. And now you shout at someone, whoever you want to shout, to help you to go to the second step.
Okay.
Who do you want to call?
Brian.
Louder.
Brian. Can you hear me, Brian?
Brian's sleeping already.
Can I know what is the second part?
Second part will be the concept of secondary mortgage market.
Okay, so my answer to this is the secondary mortgage market is based on the unbundled mortgage delivery system. And then,
good.
Okay, so I said that the function of four things, which is the origination, servicing, risk management, and funding, are managed by different specialized entities.
Can you wait a second? I need to go out for a while because the courier is outside. I have to go because my kids are upstairs. Give me 1 minute, okay? Okay, thank you. Okay, sorry. Because I order no sleeve t-shirt like MK ordered that day, the black one. So just arrived. Okay, Brian, continue.
Okay, so SMM is based on the unbundled mortgage delivery system, and the four functions, which is the origination, servicing, risk management, and funding, are managed by different specialized entities. And then And then I tried to explain more. So I said, the originator maybe is not the one to service it. And then, can I explain like this, doctor?
Like what?
Again, doctor?
Explain like what? You say like this, like what?
I explain more, I just explain more. So I a bit like blow lah. The originators may not be the one who service the loan, the mortgage. And then maybe I said the credit risk management is also specialized and provided by the third parties.
All the points are correct. But what I want to see is how do you structure the answer? Okay, you started with the four mortgage function, that is okay. After that, how the four mortgage function are transferred to third parties, that's what I want to see. All the points you've given just now are correct, but it's just a matter of refining them to put in a proper way, you know? When you want to go upstairs, you have to go to step 1, step 2, use the staircases. You do not jump straight away. You must follow step 1, step 2, step 3, go to the second floor. Can you refine again? Or you need someone to help you? If you need someone to help you, then help.
Susan, help me.
Susan.
Actually, my answer is not like what Brian did.
Okay.
I have mentioned about the bundle system of SMM, which is a secondary mortgage market. And then I explained how the SMM works together with PMM. So how it will influence the operation of primary mortgage market. So my answer for this part, first I will talk about the SMM will provide funds to the primary mortgage market, and then this will increase the liquidity of PMM. This one is the first effect. How it influences the operation of primary mortgage market.
That one is the last part. That one is the last part of the question, okay? Can you see the question again? How it influences the operation of the primary mortgage market? You are trying to answer that part. Now, the concept of the secondary mortgage market. There are two parts. The question has two parts. So Susan, you are answering this. You said how it influences the operation of the primary mortgage market. We want to see the concept of the secondary mortgage market. You see what I mean?
I think yes.
Can you shout at someone?
I think Xiu Qing.
Where is she?
Xiu Qing, are you there?
Find someone else.
Then, Lavinia, are you okay to answer this part?
She's smiling. She should be okay.
So I said that after the secondary mortgage market involves the unbundling of functions, and then you have the four functions. I just said that the portfolio lenders transfer the risk and ownership of mortgage loans to a third party, such as the special purpose vehicles, and that the mortgages are then sold to the investors who hold the mortgages. So basically, the portfolio lenders use the investors as a source of the mortgage funds, and so that's how they mitigate the risk, the credit risk.
That's correct. But I still cannot see the structure, of your answer. Because we have four mortgage functions. What is function number one?
There's risk management.
That's the function number 4.
Loan origination.
Origination.
Yeah.
So how do you relate origination to the secondary mortgage market?
So that one needs to maybe okay. So the originators are the financial institutions, right? So the financial institutions they are the source of the what do you call this? Okay, so the financial institutions act as the origination because they are the bridge between the borrowers and the secondary mortgage market. And then they sort of bundle up the loans and then transfer it to the secondary mortgage market.
And then how do you relate to the unbundle then?
That's the next part. The unbundled. So then the unbundling will be through the there's like the different participants, right? Like the is it like the mortgage holders and the mortgage banks? They which is the mortgage bank in order to unbundle.
If you don't know, ask someone else to help you. Don't ask someone else.
Minya, can you help me?
No. Not ask whether we can help you or not ask her to help you. Minya, help me, like that. Help me. Why Minya is quiet?
Doctor, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, can now.
Okay,
What is your best?
I actually opened a camp. So for the concept is like the others part saying is the unbundled mortgage delivery system, and how I explain it is through the diagram that shows all the functions which also managed by different parties to show the unbundled. And while I explaining the concept of S&M, I also mentioned that it's unlike the primary mortgage market, where all the functions are there by the portfolio lenders. And then I show the table that which shows
shows a picture that shows all the functions are taken care by different parties. Doctor, you unmute.
Can you show us the diagram? Share us the diagram. I'll stop present here.
Okay. The diagram actually is taken from the lecture note.
Actually, you don't have to take everything from the lecture note. Once you understand, you can have your own diagram if you want to. Exactly like what I've given you. You can do diagram. Show the role, the relationship, etc. The diagram I given you during lecture just to tell you how to go and understand the thing. You can come up with the diagram. Okay.
Okay. Then after I show this table, I straight away go into the how SMN influences the primary mortgage market. So basically is in SMN the risk since it's based on the concept of unbundled mortgage delivery system, so the risks are actually transferred to the third party because the mortgage product will be securitized and then traded in capital market where the institutional investor willing to take the risk will purchase the securities. And it actually mitigates the risk from the primary mortgage market where the originator need to bear all of the risks that borne in the mortgage product. By doing so, the risk for the portfolio lender will be reduced. And then for the
So that's one of the answer when you talk in terms of risk management. Okay, but the other three mortgage functions, how do you relate them with unbundling system?
Unbundling.
I asked you just now origination. Okay, that's the first mortgage function. Originating or origination, whatever you want to call it. So start with that one. How do you relate it with the unbundling system in terms of origination?
Okay, so in the unbundled mortgage delivery system, the originator will be originate the loans and provide it to the borrower, and the mortgage document will after that be sold to the special purpose vehicle.
Say again.
The originator. Sorry. Originator. First step. What? Sorry.
First statement before you say so to the secondary mortgage market. Can you say again that statement?
Originator will originate the loans to the borrower and then sold the mortgage document to the special purpose vehicle.
Okay. So how do you relate that with unbundling? You need someone to help you?
I think so.
And then you talk to someone.
MK.
MK, where are you?
Hi.
I cannot see you here.
I already opened my cam. I think there is some laggy with your internet connection.
I cannot see you. Okay, no man, I can. Okay, now I can see. Alright.
Right. You see my screen here? Oh, actually, for me, unbundled is the four functions like origination, servicing, funding, and
assessment is divided into four different institutions. So for me, origination and servicing is under mortgage bank. They are selling the loan, they're closing the loan is under origination. So servicing is like they collect back the repayment from their borrower. So where funding is, they raise their fund from the institutional investor. And while risk assessment is they divide all the risk into different entities lah. For example, for the institutional investor, they bear the risk of cash flow risk, right? So for themselves, for the originator like mortgage bank, they bear the risk of like pipeline risk, and then the interest rate risk. So this is how it works in the unbundled mortgage system.
Okay. Nanti belanja you makan, okay?
Okay. No problem.
Before belanja you makan, I'm still new in this field, so I just want you to re-explain how do you relate origination and the unbundling system. I'm not that clear. Do not combine origination and servicing together. I want to see origination first.
Oh, for me, actually, my understanding, origination is like the bank closing the deal of loan. Like borrower, they need to borrow loan, right? So they closing the deal of the loan, then they give out the loan. They give the loan to borrower. This is how origination work lah. This is from my understanding.
That's correct. I ask you, how do you relate it with the unbundling system? When you talk in terms of the bundle, is correct. That statement. But when you come to the unbundling, how do you want to relate it to the unbundling system?
I understand unbundled as separate function of origination and other mortgage function. So
correct. For origination, how do you relate it? That's my question. You have to tell me because I'm asking you question. I'm learning from you.
I don't know how to relate it.
You are teaching me and then you say you don't know. How come? Jadi belajar.
Can somebody help me about this question? How to relate it to unbundling? Any volunteer on the floor?
Doctor, is it saying that the originator may not be the the originator may not be the one serving this. Is it this one the one related to the bundle?
That statement is correct. That statement is correct. But I want to see the origination. How do you want to relate it? To put it under the unbundling system. How do you unbundle the origination of function? That's my question.
Is it under the function of the mortgage bank only? Is it because it's under mortgage bank only, so it is considered unbundled because funding and risk assessment is diversified to other institutions already?
No, all of them can be transferred to other institutions, to third parties. But how each of them is transferred to the third parties is what I want to know. So my question is, we start with origination first, after that we go to servicing, after that we go to funding, and then we go to risk assessment. That's why I asked. So now we start with origination first.
Okay.
We go one by one.
I think I still cannot answer lah. Can somebody help me? One?
Because
Can I say originators settle all the documentation part only, and then straight away transfer all the things to servicing?
Not 100% correct, but it can be considered part of the explanation. Come on, keep trying. You can ask someone in the class. You have about 36.
Right.
Okay.
What say you?
I try because okay, so this is how the boundary system is being abandoned in the secondary mortgage market, because secondary mortgage markets will raise funds from the capital market. So this action can correct to prevent the mismatch of the financial cash flow during the origination, because during the origination the bank had this borrow short, receive long. Is it something like that?
That's it's an explanation to support your answer. Nothing wrong with it. But I want to see now is how do you transform origination from the primary mortgage market, that means from the bundle system to the unbundling system. How do you unbundle?
No.
Yes.
Is my computer start?
I think it's computer start. We can hear you.
We can hear you. Oh, okay. Then wait for the doctor first.
You don't want to try it?
I have an idea.
Anyone got idea can speak out, because I don't know how to answer that.
Doctor? Doctor tay phải làm gì ra đây? Actually, I want to say like this: the origination, the function of origination still lies in the primary mortgage market. The only thing I'm under is the tree of the other function, because the servicing can already goes to the depositories and mortgage company, and for the risk management already transfer to the investor, such as the interest rate risk, and of course,
You explain the origination part first.
no, origination part still lies in the primary mortgage market. Secondary mortgage market cannot originate anything.
Actually, even for me,
I have one opinion, is that if in primary mortgage market the origination function have to be done by the bank itself, they have to come out with funding by themselves. But in the secondary mortgage market, the funding is from investor, right? Maybe the funding is not from them. Is that the answer what the people want?
This is what my thinking is. Also, this is the purpose, like unbundle the finance flow from the institutional investor. Because
I think only the other three functions is unbundled, separate from the primary mortgage market. The origination still lies in the primary mortgage market, right? Then after that, the originate then only can sell to secondary mortgage market. The only thing changed is the other three functions. Where is Doctor?
Oh, he's trying to. So I think I stop presenting first.
has him already.
You got any idea, Sam?
No, before me, I'm stupid.
Okay, later call them.
Next one is them. Call them.
She don't answer first, I also don't know.
Next time we create a list and then we take one by one. So in this turn, okay. Starting from next week, we're going to
Okay, I'm back. I can hear what you discussed.
Hello, doctor.
I know that you discussed something.
Hello.
Something with my internet just now. It was cut off.
So okay. Where did we stop just now? Origination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doctor, can you hear me?
Yes, can.
I think the origination the function of origination still lies in the primary mortgage market. The secondary mortgage market cannot originate anything. So the only thing unbundled is the other three functions: service, managed risk, and the funding. So for the origination, I would just say like usual the primary mortgage market that originate the loan by having borrowers borrow money from them so they can create a mortgage loan. After that, they'll sell to secondary mortgage market. But for the servicing, already changed to other person, such as the depositories and the mortgage bank. And for the risk, like interest rate risk or credit risk, already transferred to the investor. And lastly, for the funding, already transferred to the investor instead of need to waiting for the borrowers to repay back their loan. Something like this. I will explain further.
The rest are correct, except origination. Origination is also correct.
But I want you to tell the class how do you transfer that word origination to the unbundling system.
Your answer is correct. When you say that origination,
is still in the primary mortgage market, that's correct. Nothing wrong. But now we are talking about the unbundling system. So how do you want to relate that origination and the unbundling? That's my question.
I said like this, before this, after the origination, we'll go to the servicing, and the servicing will still be the same person. But now after the origination part, they will straight away enter the secondary market and will serve by the mortgage bank, which is different parties already. So there's a connection now.
Willie the French.
Doctor, can I say?
Hello?
Yeah, hi sir. Ready now, Willie out. Yeah.
Can you help them?
Just now until which part? Sorry, I could just now go pick up a call. Yeah. Now until which part already?
Until how origination is related.
Oh, still the same.
Can you help them?
So still the same part. Okay.
How are mother linked together to the originator?
How originator is linked to
Link
unbundled.
mother system.
Yeah.
Okay. How is linked together?
Let me try. Okay. So
Do you want FK?
You want FK or not?
What is FK? I'm very naive one, I don't know.
Okay. Give the answer.
Okay. So the unbundled mortgage system is it's of four things, right? So originator acts as the first input out of the four, and then it eventually leads to service insurance investor at the end. So how this originator linked to the unbundled system is that it has a primary input to the system. Can say like that.
No
Can I
lah,
say like that?
you're bullshitting. Can you call someone else?
Call someone else. On my screen, everyone answered already. Got one. Sam. Sam, help.
You call me, I really get FK one.
Come on, Sam. Quick.
What Dr. Wan is?
Sam, I cannot see this.
I open the game already.
What Dr. Wan is how to transform the origination from the bundle to unbundle, right?
Yes.
I really got no idea. Because I think the unbundle for the unbundle system, there are 4 entities doing individual tasks, like perform the 4 function. I think that is not related to the bundle system one.
One is
also cheating. Call someone else.
Hanson and Freddy, who want to try?
To call someone also take time.
Ashwin Kumar.
Where is he? Ashwin, where are you? He's not on the list. Where is he?
Hi, sir.
I thought you cut off the line on purpose. You cut off the line.
No, sir. Well, you have to be honest.
Okay. Ashwin,
Come again?
I want to see you. Okay.
Yeah. Gotta be honest, got no idea, sir.
You also, Hey. Luckily, you are very fast. Can you shout at someone else? You know that this kind of question, it needs about only 40 minutes to answer during exam. If you cannot answer 40 minutes, that means you fail already. During exam, let's say because we are not sure yet whether we are going to have online exam or you have to come back to UM, to sit for the final exam in the exam hall. We are not sure yet. Because UM also haven't come up with a statement, but for the time being, everything must be online. But when come to the exam, there is a small statement that priority or something like that is given to for the student to have exam in the on campus, something like that. But it all depends on how the PKP is going. But just imagine that if you sit in the exam hall without any reference, without any notes, and then you need to solve the question within 40 minutes to maybe 50 minutes to 40 to 50 minutes around that. If you cannot answer like this, that means you cannot answer the question. Because you take more than 40 minutes, that means you'll be wasting your time. You are taking time. If you take, let's say, 1 hour to answer this question, that means you are taking about 20 minutes that you are supposed to answer a different question. So don't do that. If you think that you cannot answer, then you can skip and start to answer other question that you think you are more familiar or you understand better. So proceed with the second question, and then once you have time, you come back to this question. Do not try to finish something that we cannot answer by taking extra slots that we are supposed to use for other question. Don't do that. Only when we have time to answer the other one, then we come back to the question that we are unable to finish. That's the mistake you normally make during exam. I noticed that some of you took us your based on previous exam, you took so much time to answer one particular question. We should take more times, and then when come to the second one, I can see that you were able to answer, but I think because of the time shortage of time, then you wouldn't answer properly that part. So you're wasting time because each question will only carry about 25 marks. 25 marks and 25 marks. If you take time, that means the first one you also cannot get 25 marks, and the second one, maybe even you can do it, but you can only get 10 marks or 15 marks. Just a waste of time. So we go back to this question. Can someone else answer? You don't want to answer?
Doctor, I think can I try for the function of originator? Because in primary mortgage market, the originator themselves have to come up with the funding. But in secondary mortgage market, if it is unbundled, does this mean that they no need to come up with their own fund? They can get a fund from investor.
Correct in terms of explanation, but I still cannot see how do you relate origination from bundle to unbundle. The rest are correct. You can use that answer, the rest. For the other three mortgage function is correct, but originating or origination, the one, I just want to see.
In primary mortgage market, they originate the fund by themselves. But
Correct.
in secondary mortgage market, they no need to originate the fund by themselves. They can get the fund by third party. So is this the difference?
Because they are not the originator. In the secondary mortgage market, they are not the originator. Of course, they cannot originate the fund, they cannot originate the mortgage. So you are explaining something that we know already. So now I want to see something that I don't know how to say this, but I just want to see how do you come up with the answer for that particular point, to see whether you understand or not.
Doctor, can you give us some hint or some tips?
I've given you tips already. If you give me, I give you tip, can you belanja mi tom yum?
Maybe when go back UM. But don't know when we can go back.
Is it transfer of the funding source?
How do you want to say? How do you want to say that?
Because in primary mortgage market, inside the bundle system, the funding is provided on their own. While in unbundled system, the funding source is shift from the portfolio to the institutional investor.
Not really. It's correct, but you are not answering the origination. How do you want to unbundle the origination? You should have the answer because I've already explained so many times already. You should be able to explain. The rest are okay. The rest of three functions are okay. You already answered. When you keep trying, so I can see that you know you already answered, that one are acceptable. Except origination. Luna. Where are you, Luna? Are you here? I cannot see your name here. Okay, can you try?
I don't know the answer.
Sorry, you said what?
I think I don't know the answer.
You don't know the answer.
Yeah.
If you don't try, of course you don't know. Now, if you try, then when I say it's wrong, you know what is wrong. Nazri. Nazri.
Yeah.
Show me your face.
Saya pun tak tahu.
I ask you to show me your face. I ask you. On the camera. On the camera.
Saya tak tahu.
Enggak, bukan saya tanya tahu tak tahu. Saya on camera, I want to see your face.
Saya dah buka. Saya pilih.
Iya enggak? Iya enggak? Tak nampak. Jeniang boy. Where is the Jeniang boy? Here, Jeniang boy. Fawas. Where are you? Tidur ke? Okay. Marang boy. Marang. You try to answer. On the camera.
Wait.
I told you during tutorial, I want everyone to on your camera. During lecture, it's fine. You don't have to. Okay, can you answer?
Which one? Yeah. Unbundled tadi juga.
Yeah, we haven't got the answer yet. You're still in the same question.
I think I can answer that part, the unbundled one.
Why you can answer? Give me 5 reasons why you can answer.
Because my answer is quite different. And I basically talk about the how the secondary mortgage market influence the primary mortgage market through the diagram.
Correct. So, under the framework, it's okay. And now I just want to double check, how far do you understand when we talk in terms of the functions? You know that the 4 functions should be borne by the primary lender or portfolio lender or originator, whatever you want to call them. But now we have seen, we have heard the answer from the class on the 3 other functions. I agree with all other answer. But the only thing I don't understand is the origination. So you keep saying that when we talk in terms of the origination function, so it is basically in the primary mortgage market, that is also correct. But the thing is, how do you want to transform the word origination to the unbundling system? That's my question. You just need to explain. If you can explain, that means you really understand this topic. Before we go to the Malaysian housing finance system. So next week we'll have Malaysian housing finance system. So how? Tuan makan apa hari ini?
I cannot explain that part.
You cannot explain what did you eat this during lunch just now?
What?
What did you eat for your lunch?
Tom yum.
No wonder you cannot answer. No wonder you cannot answer. So who else want to answer to try? Just try. Nothing wrong. No right or wrong. If you are wrong, I will correct it. If you are right, then I'll say good, and then I'll belanja you tom yum, which is more delicious than the one that Ikhwan was having just now.
Doctor, can I say that the originator, what process they gone through? How to say? They specifically done some process such as marketing, the processing, the underwriting, the closing, warehousing. All these functions the originator done by themselves. So unban.
Ayya. No, agree.
Hello. Can I talk about the warehousing in the unbundled system? The difference is they will try to collect all the original.
All of them are, we can talk in terms of explanation. I'm okay. But what I want to know is how do you transport the origination from primary mortgage market to the secondary mortgage market, from bundle to unbundle? That's my question. You want to talk about warehousing? You want to talk about servicing or whatever? That one is fine. Wasan, why do you look so handsome today?
Thank you, Doctor. I'll try also, Doctor. I'm not sure I'm right. My answer is similar to Lee Guan and Shu Zhen. My understanding is that through unbundling and taking off existing mortgages off their books, they're able to create spaces for a new mortgage and thus originating new mortgages. That's my understanding.
You still do not relate with the unbundling. MK.
Just curious, Doctor. Does the answer anywhere revolve around SPV's role?
Yes.
All right, thank you, Doctor.
What role again?
Answer. Yeah. Can you see my hand here? MK.
Yes.
You see or not?
Yes.
You want this?
No.
You want or not?
No.
You want and then answer correctly. If you cannot answer correctly, next time I see you, I'll give this first.
Just now you say one belanja tom yum, Mary.
Apa?
Just now you say one belanja tom yum some more.
Yeah lah, before I belanja, I give you this. Everyone can see. They become, evidence. Answer.
Amanda. Can I just help him for one more time? Please.
10 more time. Only one more time. Okay. Sujong.
Just like you say, SPV is correct, right? So we can say the origination is because the SPV they will originate the securities because because they are the one who buy all the mortgage loan and they will transform it and standardize it into the securities. So that is the way they originate the securities.
Just focus the word origination, okay? I don't want to hear any other three functions because the other three functions are all correct. Origination is not correct.
Okay.
So how do you, because you know that unbundling is basically we unbundle the four mortgage functions that should be under the bundle system. Right or not? We are unbundling all the four mortgage functions. But now you have given me the other three functions correctly. From you transform from bundle to unbundle, the other three mortgage functions, but only origination you cannot explain. That one is also you have to unbundle as well. But how do you do that? That's my question. MK sudah makan nggak?
Ya, sudah.
No wonder cannot answer. Perut sudah kenyang. The tummy is full.
Okay. Main sama
Anyone belum makan? Anyone belum makan ya? Semua sudah makan. No wonder. Okay, so you have class at 4 o'clock, right?
Yes.
Okay, now we only have 5 more minutes. Can you just imagine, during the exam, you are sitting in the exam hall with your pen and answer script, nothing else. And then you try to answer. As compared to online exam, you can open or you can check your online notes, but do not think that you can cut and paste if you don't understand. Because if you cut and paste, I ask A, you give me B, but the answer of B come from cut and paste, you will be able to get mark. You can answer, but you do not answer the question if you cut and paste. You see what I mean or not? So be careful. So I want you to think about it. So basically, someone has to give me answer next week. But for this answer, we just follow the framework. After you have explained all the four functions which have been transformed or transferred to the secondary mortgage market, and then you go to discuss further. You give the interaction how the secondary mortgage market affect the primary mortgage market, and then you can give one of you talk about advantages now the secondary mortgage market. That one is not the point that are needed by this question, but it is a plus point. If you want to put, it's okay, you'll get plus point. If you don't want to put, it's also fine. And then you can conclude your answer if you want to. If you don't want to conclude, it's also okay. Because sometimes we have few words that we write, we can get more points. That's why for qualitative, that means for essay question, sometimes I give full marks. Because of what? You have, for example, you are giving me everything properly with a proper format. That's why I always ask you to come up with a format first, the framework. With a proper framework, you give me all the answer, and then plus some other things that you think you should include. So basically, sometimes you got more than what you are supposed to get. If the question only give 25 marks, for example, sometimes you get 30 marks. But in the record, I cannot key in 30 marks because the question is only 25 marks. So that is a full mark for you, 25. But if you have something, lacking, usually for essay question, you might be able to get maybe 20, 15, around that. If you cut and paste, maybe you get only 10 marks out of 25 marks because you did not answer the question. MK?
Yes.
MK, who is behind you with a blue? Who is behind you with a blue t-shirt?
It's Mingyao. He's picked up a call. I think it's from Korea. I think.
Mingyao is picking up the call.
Yes.
Okay. So she doesn't want to learn.
No. Because the call is simply call through our telecom. I mean our in-house attached phone from the house. I think it's an emergency.
Oh, okay. So okay, now almost 4 o'clock. You think about it. I'm not going to ask you next week, but you have to tell me before we start with the class. If you do not tell me, then forget about it. Okay, everyone?
Okay.
Right or wrong is different issue. What I want you to tell me is the answer. If I got something that not 100% correct, but something that almost correct, then I will refine your answer to make it correct. If I give you the answer, that means you will never try to put some effort. Okay. Billy.
Yes, sir.
Why are you laughing to someone?
No, checking in with my colleague a bit.
You are not listening.
Yeah, sorry, doctor.
Okay, never mind. Okay, so shall we stop now? Because it's already 4 o'clock.
Yeah, see you in next week.
Next week is midterm break.
How do you know I'm going to see you or not next week?
In the webinar. Seminar.
Yeah, webinar. But how do you know?
Because I know I'm important to you. You sent me love before.
Okay. Good answer. Tom Yam. Okay, Tom Yam, you ask Ikwan. You just had Tom Yam. Okay, you have a different class, so we stop now. So see you next.